If your YouTube videos aren't bringing you in new sales or clients every time your video goes live, the problem isn't your equipment, it's not even your editing, it's your video topics. So I'm gonna break down the 3 exact ways I come up with video topics for my YouTube channel that bring me in at least $100 a day from viewers on my YouTube channel. The first way to come up with video ideas that are gonna make you at least $100 a day is doing something that I teach my YouTube coaching experience clients called niche neighbor analysis. Now in my program, I go into a deep dive on exactly how to do this. And we have a spreadsheet on all the different things we're looking at and they fill out to bring to me as I help them build their content strategy. But for you, I wanna walk through this overview of a niche neighbor analysis. So basically it would be a competitor, but in YouTube, we aren't competitors, we're niche neighbors, because if somebody's channel is doing well on a topic that you also talk about, you could then show up alongside that channel, which is going to be great for you. So what you wanna do in a niche neighbor analysis is to find other YouTube channels that are speaking to your ready to buy viewer. And the good part of this, we talked about competitors, it's not necessarily a one-for-one competitor. So for example, my niche neighbor analysis, you would think is just of other YouTube strategists. But in reality, I'm also looking at Instagram experts. I'm also looking at marketing experts. I'm also looking at copywriters. But they are all speaking to my audience. My audience is you guys, business owners who are selling courses and coaching programs and one-on-one services that need to find a way to generate more leads and sales into your business. And so while it may not be a one-for-one on the niche, it is a one-for-one on the audience they're speaking to. Now, if you're not sure who your audience is watching, one thing you could do is post a poll on Instagram and ask your followers if you have a following on Instagram. You could also ask your email list or send out a survey. This is something we do twice a year. We send out a full survey, not only getting an idea of who my audience is watching, but a whole bunch of other ideas. But when you find people to look at, you're looking at a few things here. You want to look at which videos are getting more views. So this is going to tell you which topics are more popular with this audience because it has more views. We're not going to copy the video or the title or the thumbnail, but you're going to take the main topic of that idea and now we're going to pluck that and that's going to be a good idea for you because we know your audience is interested in it. Now there are a few more other things that we look at specifically in a niche neighbor analysis, but that is something I share very specifically with my YouTube coaching experience clients. But the biggest asset here when you do niche neighbor analysis, this is a pro tip, you may want to write this down, is those videos that are doing well on your niche neighbors, look at the comment section. Read the comment section, or even better, copy all the comments of that video, plug it into ChatGPT, and ask it to analyze what people are saying about this video and what topics are they most interested in. Because the comment section of your niche neighbors videos are going to be goldmine for you to come up with video ideas that your audience is already interested in. Before I move into the second way to come up with video ideas, things can start to get disorganized now. As you're collecting ideas, maybe you're taking screenshots, maybe you're analyzing the comment section. So you need to have a really good workflow when it comes to YouTube. And the one that I've been using for years and my clients live on is my prep system. My prep system allows me to keep everything organized inside of an Asana board. And what my prep system does, for those of you that are interested in grabbing it, it walks you through every single step of YouTube production. Researching, scripting, optimizing, and you get my exact checklist that I have for publishing my videos, everything that I do for every video that I publish. You're also gonna get a plug and play planning board on Asana and see how I batch my videos just like I am today. So before we move into that second phase where I'm gonna give you some more information on choosing video ideas, if you wanna get organized, make sure you grab my prep system at trenalittle.com/prep. The second research method that I use to come up with video ideas that I know are going to make me money is called my profitable keyword framework. And this is where we start to bring in real YouTube search data. So instead of just guessing what your audience is searching on YouTube, we want to validate that they are actually searching for those topics. And this is where I use a software called VidIQ. Now, this is a keyword research platform and I highly recommend it if you're going to use this for YouTube. Because when you use things like keywords everywhere or anything like that that is Google based, the way people search on YouTube is different. And you need data from how people are searching specifically on YouTube, because YouTube is not Google. Yes, they are owned by the same company, but people search differently on these two platforms. And so you need to make sure that the topic you're going to create on your channel is actually being searched on YouTube the way you think it is. So the Profitable Keyword Framework is a research process that I teach my YouTube coaching experience clients. And when they go through this process, they basically have a content plan for the next 6, sometimes 12 months. So what you're doing is you're coming up with some seed words. These would be main topics or main words that you would want your channel to show up for. Then you're gonna plug that main word into VidIQ and see what is related to that main keyword, because it is going to potentially provide you loads of more content ideas. Because when you're looking at VidIQ, you're being told these are the topics. I like to look at these and call these topics, not keywords. These are the topics that are being looked for or searched for, and here's how many times it's being searched per month. This is essential because you want to make sure it's being searched like 1,000 times per month. Because if nobody's searching for that topic, you're not going to make that topic because no one's ever going to find it. So you need to make sure you're choosing topics that people are actually searching for. Let me just do a quick run through of VidIQ. So this keyword section is what I'm talking about when I do the research. When I'm talking about a keyword, I'm talking about a broader word. So I'm going to say, digital marketing, which encompasses everything that I talk about on my channel. And from here, what I'm not necessarily concerned about right now is this, because I'm doing some research on topics within digital marketing that would do well. So I'm going to go to related keywords and I can scroll through here with a bunch of other ideas. For example, digital products versus digital marketing. Here's the important part when you're doing this. How often is this searched? And this is telling me it's searched less than 750 times per month. So it may not be a topic that I want to go after because it's relatively low searched. Now, if I go back here and I want to look at some other particular topics, for this example, LinkedIn marketing, this is searched 47,000 times a month. I am now validated. If I'm a LinkedIn specialist and I create content around LinkedIn marketing, this is being searched quite often on YouTube. So I'm validated. This is the topic I can create my next couple of videos on. Just to run through another example, let's say sales funnel, right? Now we're going to search. And if you are a marketing specialist, a digital marketing specialist, you may have digital marketing as a seed word, and you may have sales funnel as a seed word. And so all of the related keywords within these two topics are now potential video ideas for you. Again, we could scroll through here and look at sales funnel app. Now that searched about 988 times a month, whereas selling low ticket is searched about 1,200 times a month. And maybe you have a better opportunity here, especially if you're selling something low ticket that explains to people how to buy something low ticket. Now add on, if you're that LinkedIn specialist, you can tie these two topics together and really create a powerful video that you know your audience is searching for because it's been validated with this research. The best way to come up with content ideas that are going to make you money and perform well on YouTube is going through your own channel data. And look, I know analytics, the back end, there's a lot going on there. It's confusing. Quite a few of my clients avoid it for a while until I walk them through how to really understand what's going on. But when you know what to look at in your analytics, it's going to tell you what to create more of. So one of the first things to look at is which videos are getting high click-through rates. This is going to tell you that when people saw this video title and thumbnail, they were very intrigued. It was something that grabbed their attention. They clicked on it. But then you also want to look at that audience retention as well, because you need to make sure people kept watching through that video to tell you, okay, this is a great topic to double down on because people clicked on it and people watched to the end. If you're seeing people are watching to the end, they're going to hear your calls to action to whatever it is you're talking about in your video. You may recall, I mentioned earlier, my prep system earlier on in this video. My goal is to hope most of you get to that call to action, but that you're still here as well because it tells me you're interested in this topic. What's also going to be important is tracking where your sales are coming from. And so again, this is something that I have available to my clients, but we teach them how to use and set up Google Analytics. Because when you have your Google Analytics set up, you can see exactly how many sales are coming from YouTube. And I see every single month that my YouTube videos convert to sales about 35%. So the traffic that I get from YouTube is converting 35% of the time they come to a sales page, which is a great conversion rate. Once you start to have these video ideas kind of mapped out, there's one critical piece that we've not discussed yet, because you can choose the best topics that are going to attract the best people that are going to buy from you. But if you can't deliver in that video, remember I mentioned how important your audience retention graphs are? So if you aren't structuring your videos for the best audience retention so people actually hear your call to action to get your offer, your low ticket, your free webinar, wherever you want to send them, you're never going to sell from your videos. So let me show you exactly how I script my YouTube videos. Once you have these lists of topics, start scripting your videos the right way so you make a sale with every single video. And it's all taught in this video right here.